Hello everyone, and today we are going to discuss 10 weird things, or 11 because there's a bonus one at the end, about the weird things that I see here in the UK, especially in cultural perspective and in habits. Just those British people, they are sometimes a little bit strange, I would say.
A special offer on these. I mean, I can't make head or tail of them, but the kids seem to like them. Eggs box. 360.
So number one is British politeness. Yes, we Dutch people can be direct, but I would say that is for a reason. Because in the UK, I sometimes are in a meeting with someone and we are on the phone and I hear my colleague saying, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Oh, that must be hard work. Hey, you did well on that. Ah, thank you very much. Oh, that's very, very interesting. I think, you don't find this interesting. And by saying you find it interesting, that person talks more about that topic. You are not interested in it. Just tell him. Stop that part of the conversation. It's not necessary. We don't need to talk about the topic in a business conversation. That's not relevant for either of us. He keeps talking about it with the idea, oh yeah, they are probably interested in that topic. No, it's not. Move on.
I'd like to have an argument, please.
Certainly. Have you been here before?
Second thing is NHS. The British people, they love the NHS because it's free. It's a free system and they are proud of it. So proud, they can't admit it's broken. It's just broken. And it's not free, people. Everyone who's working pays money that goes to the NHS. It's on your payslip as your national insurance thing. It's like money on your tax wage, and that just goes to the NHS, and that keeps the system running. But the system is broken. If you want an appointment for something, it takes weeks, months. The letter doesn't come through because everything works still by post. Then you have your appointment, it was the wrong appointment, needs to be rescheduled, takes another couple of months. Then you finally figure out what your problem is and you have a certain physiotherapist who can help you for that problem, and because she's specialized, she's the only one who can help you. Then you make a follow-up appointment with her. Person left the place, there's no one who's specialized anymore, and you only figure this out because you had to reschedule the appointment yourself, or you just turn up and they say, oh yeah, that person is not working here anymore. Or for example, you have a problem and you need to take some scans, then you call for the results, you ask them, how were my results? Results were fine. End of conversation. What? Results are fine? Yeah, good, but I still have that problem, so what's the next step? No, you need to start over your whole process of weeks before you can see your GP. Wrong referrals, next steps, you need to trigger that. No, you have a problem, you came with a problem, that problem is not solved. That part of the results were good doesn't mean that the problem is gone.
Take their time here, don't they?
Well, they're very busy.
Busy what? On another go slow, are they?
They are short-staffed.
Short staff, we've got over 4 million unemployed.
That also brings me, because they are so proud of this and they can't talk about it, it's also kind of that proudness, that third thing. That's weird. They are so proud of. They still think it's Great Britain. Yes, we see it back doing these Brexit things as well, but they really think they still are in that time that they are Great Britain. Like, in history perspective, we talk in the Netherlands now more and more in history about our history, and of course there was this so-called golden age where we sailed around the world and basically, did some bad things to native people over there. And then there was the slave trade as well, which is not like a good part of our history books. But here in the UK, they don't talk about those things, I have the feeling. It's not really part of their education. They're really proud of their commonwealth. In other words, the other countries they invaded and took kind of possession on. But then you also should mention the bad things you did. It's not all great. So be a little bit more down to earth, I would say. Maybe we Dutch are too extreme, we are really down to earth, but they should be a little bit more down to earth.
This, by the way, is a little goddamn country. one of the smallest countries in history. How did they do it? It was not military might. They had something far more powerful. They had contempt.
And then the fourth weird thing, pudding. Pudding is not pudding. Like that, I'm confused when I first time ordered a Yorkshire pudding to expect a pudding. It's not that strange, right? It's your problem that you call things a pudding that aren't a pudding. And it's not only Yorkshire pudding. What did you think of black pudding? If you order black pudding, did you really think you would get meat? It's not a pudding. Just don't call it a pudding. And then the fifth thing is pub drinks with the office, or just in general, beer, alcohol, the culture of getting drunk. Here in the UK, British people, they just love to get drunk, I have the feeling. Go on a Thursday night, evening, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, go around London. All the pubs are busy with workers who are there just for a drink with their colleague. Christmas parties in the office, people are getting extremely drunk and they're kind of proud of it in a certain way. I can't imagine in the Netherlands that we would go with the office for drinks. It's like office and personal life is kind of separate. Yes, you would get very, very drunk with your friends, but in front of your boss, that's a bit strange, I would say. And yeah, it's like Friday, end of work, go for drinks. And then the other weird thing is something that I love, free tap water. We should do that in the Netherlands as well. It just should be free. If I go to a restaurant, I shouldn't feel embarrassed to order some tap water. No, that should be fine and it should be given for free. It just comes from the tap. You have that tap already installed. Even a small fee, 20p, is fine for me as well. But in the Netherlands, it's just embarrassing to order tap water. It's not expected and you pay as much as you do for a Coke. I love the British here. Pub, club, restaurant, wherever you go, you can get some free tap water. And the reason for this is that wherever there's alcohol served, you are obliged in UK law to serve free tap water. Because if you drink a lot, your body dehydrates, so it needs more water or liquid or fluid. So that's the reason why tap water is free, to make sure that I think it will help for the hangovers later on. And the seventh weird thing is talking about weather. It's so normal when I'm in a conversation in business and we're still waiting for people to come just to ask, hey, how's the weather over there? It's probably the same how it is where I am at the moment. What does it matter? We just always talk about weather here in the UK. Wherever you are, it's about weather. And then the eighth weird thing is darling. The word darling. When I mentioned this to my girlfriend, she said, but Americans use sweetie as well, right? I think, yes, they do, but I find it just weird when I order something like, let's say coffee, and they say, yeah, we'll be with you soon, darling. And I think, it's like, we Dutch people only say that to the person we love. Not to friends, not to strangers, and it just feels as a weird relationship. It almost feels as like she would become my mother or something. It's very, very, very strange for me.
The first rule of counter-espionage, darling, is to suspect everyone.
And then the ninth thing is those zigzag lines on the street. It's a bit weird first time when you come here that you have those zigzag lines, and where you see them are in, for example, by crossings, like pedestrian crossings or turns or whatever. It's the place as a car where you are not allowed to take over another car or park your car. It's the space that you need to keep free, basically. And yeah, in the Netherlands we just know what that space would be. It's just a rule. We don't need to mark that space, but here in the UK they do. And then, of course, before I go to my last 11th point, the bonus point, first there's this love for tea. It's just true. If I'm in the office, people just drink tea day in, day out. They barely drink water. They always want the tea with milk, preferably. It's just indeed a British thing. And then the last weird thing is just their rail fare system. It's just ridiculous that a one-way ticket to a certain place costs, for example, £15.90 and a return ticket costs £17. Like, why does this return part cost you £1 for this rail fare system? Then just only sell return tickets and then don't make use of that single part, or just only sell return tickets. if the price is the same. It's like, no, I'm going one way. It should be half price, or maybe it's like 60% of the price because you want to make it a little bit more expensive. But yeah, that rail fare system is changed anyway with advanced tickets, advanced single tickets, and then there's a certain range of things and prices change dynamically. It's like, oh, complicated. But yeah, those are the weird things that I see back in my daily life here in the UK.